Hey friends, I'm Robin. Welcome back to my channel. So today we are doing the birthday book tag because 1 week from the day that you are watching this is my 32nd birthday, which feels weird to say, but I wanted to do something to celebrate it, so I thought this was the perfect tag to do. I'm gonna link the original creator as well as all of the questions in the description box down below, so if you want to do this yourself or check out the original post, I will have that all down below. But without further ado, let's just get right into the tag. So question number 1 is birthday cake, a plot that seems cliche, but you adore it anyways. And for this, I had to go with Scarlett St. Clair, and I decided to go with King of Battle and Blood. This is a really familiar story, but I just loved it. I've talked about this book a lot, but this just hits a lot of really popular paranormal romance beats. So you're following a girl who doesn't have a lot of agency in the world, and she wants to find her own freedom, but she ends up getting married off to the bad guy. And once she is with the bad guy, you start to realize that he isn't as evil as everyone thought, and romance ensues. And I really enjoyed the story. Like I said, it's not the most original plot that's ever existed, but I just had so much fun with this book. But something about Scarlett St. Clair's writing is just so bingeable and enjoyable and fun. And this was it's a very cliche book, but I loved it anyways. Question number 2 is party guests. What is your most anticipated book? And for this, I had to go with Book Lovers by Emily Henry. I am so ridiculously excited for this book. I'm mildly heartbroken that I got denied for an arc of this. I had arcs for both Beach Read and People We Meet on Vacation, and Berkeley declined me. So I'm a little heartbroken. But this comes out in May, and it is Emily Henry's most recent rom-com. And from what I've gathered about the synopsis, I try not to read Emily Henry's synopses because I just want to go in and enjoy the story. But from what I've gathered about this she has pitched it as a Hallmark movie if the heroine did not choose the small town guy, but instead chose the CEO. I'm really excited. Question number 3 is birthday presents, a book that surprised you. And for this, I actually went with a book / an author, and that is Games We Play by Dana Eiley. I have no idea how to pronounce this last name. I'm gonna have to look that up. But this author, I've been sleeping on this author, and now I want to read everything that they've written. I read this as well as her new Valentine's Day novella, blanking on the title, but her books are unbelievably steamy, and I am here for it. Here for it. I really want to read everything that she's written. I know that the Valentine's Day novella is actually a sequel to a Christmas novella, but it is February, so I'm holding off on the Christmas novella until Christmas season. But I think she has a couple of other books that I need to go and check out because Games We Play was fantastic, and I know that this is going to be a series. Love it. Question number 4 is the Happy Birthday song, and it is a book that deserves all the hype. And for this one, I am going with a series, and that is the Necessary Evil series by Onley James. I have been talking about this series nonstop. I'm obsessed. And I really need to go back and read everything else by Onley James as well because I love this series. I was really hesitant because the synopsis, originally when people were pitching it as like a psychopath romance, I was like, I'm not really interested. This book is dark, but it doesn't take itself too seriously, which is usually my holdup with books like this, because when books are really outrageous like this, if they take themselves too seriously, I just can't get to that level of like suspension of belief. I end up like not really connecting to the story, but this book has this level like underlying humor to it, and I just adored everything about this. Plus the like possessive heroes, they work for me. I don't know why, but the possessiveness of these heroes, it gets me. It absolutely gets me. Question number 5 is Happy Music, a book that has beautiful and memorable quotes. And I kind of struggled with what to go with for this one because I really wanted to keep this to books that I've read pretty recently, but I had to go with The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. This book has some of the most memorable quotes ever. In fact, I have like one of those letter boards that has a quote from this book, but literally every single page in here has some sort of like stunning quote. I want to reread this actually just for the beautiful writing in here. I've never read a book that had as many like sentences and quotes and stuff like that where I just would like stop and be like, wow, that was stunning. Question number 6 is Getting Older, a book you read a long time ago and might appreciate more. And I don't have a book for this. I'm sure there are plenty of classics that I would appreciate more now, but I've reread a lot of my favorites like Brave New World, The Great Gatsby, Rebecca, and so I don't know what other ones that I would reread, because most of the ones that I read in high school, I would never reread them. And the final question is Sweet Memories, a book that made you incredibly happy during a sad or demanding time. And right away I knew what to pick for this, and that is Well Matched by Jen DeLuca. This book has kind of a really, really special place in my heart. I ended up reading this while I was prepping for an outpatient procedure, and I had to be up all night, and it sucked. I was really, really sick, and I had to take like all of this like prep stuff, and I was absolutely miserable. I read this while I was up all night doing that, and this book is just so sweet and heartwarming and funny, and I just could not have picked a better book to read during that time. And so when I was like scrolling through Goodreads and I came across this, like it holds a very special place in my heart because, like I said, I was going through it when I read this, and I just really needed a book like this while I was dealing with that all night long. So that is it for the birthday book tag. Let me know when your birthday is, and I will catch you all in my next video. Bye!